Mayor Mendez. So today is the day I am finally gonna hike the dry mountain, which is the big one that you can see pretty much anywhere you are in Pocardetch or the surrounding areas. I've been looking forward to hiking this mountain since we moved here. I look at it every day and just think about hiking it. But I didn't feel like when we first moved here that we were properly conditioned yet for this one. And I'm starting to feel like I can handle it now. Unfortunately, Jesse's not here to do it with me. I was really hoping to do this one with him, but he promises that he'll hike it with me when he gets back at the end of the summer. So I'll go map it out, and I think it'll be pretty safe. I'm gonna do it myself. I've seen the entrance of it marked, and I have 2 different maps on my phone that have it marked pretty well, so I think it's gonna be well marked. And a lot of the trail isn't even in a wooded area, which is why they call it dry mountain. There's no trees growing on a large part of it. So I think it's gonna be pretty safe. I have said that before and been wrong. But if you're watching this, then I probably made it back okay. So I'm really excited to finally hike Mali I Thate. So one of the things I've had trouble with is trying to figure out exactly how long this trail is. I've heard a lot of different things online and different videos and on different articles, and I have it mapped out twice on 2 different apps, and it says it's 6.5 miles, and I wasn't sure if that was one way or 2 ways. It wasn't clear. It said out and back, but it appeared to be one way. Anyway, with all my comparisons, I couldn't figure it out. But based on that sign, it's 4.8 miles or 6.8 kilometers to the summit that I'm heading to, which doesn't align with any of the measurements that I previously thought. It's kind of in the middle. It's a little bit, I thought worst case scenario is going to be like 6.5 miles, but I think that's if you go over the summit and then back down the other side. And I'm not doing that. I'm going up and then back. Pretty doable. This is turning into a really beautiful hike already. It's quiet up here though without Jesse. It's not quite the same without him. I think the views today are just going to get better and better. They usually do. I think I need to look at my map though. Alright, I had to take my jacket off. I was getting kind of hot. Ooh, looks like we're heading into some fog. I could see that from my balcony this morning. I was hoping it was going to clear up. Yep, that's where we're going. As long as I can maintain signal on my map, I'll keep going. If I lose signal and I'm in the fog, I'm going to turn around. I promised Jesse I wasn't going to do anything dumb. But even when we don't achieve our objective on a trail, it's never a wasted hike. I mean, this is beautiful, and I absolutely love it out here. If I don't make it to the summit in one shot, I'll try it again another day. I mean, look at these views. This day's already a win. Whew. That fog up there looks a little ominous. Make sure I'm staying on the right trail. It's probably that one, but there's one that goes that way, so I've made a wrong turn according to all trails. So apparently I'm supposed to go this way. Okay. Here we go. Wish the sun would come out today and make this a little less spooky. It does look like these trails are frequented quite often by donkeys, sheep, goats, which would indicate that people as well would be through here. Which makes it less likely that I'm going to encounter or spook some kind of wild animal or wild dog. This appears to be where I missed my turn. Should be going up that way instead of that way. I think I was just following the view. Didn't tie my shoe. I'm keeping music on my phone. I'm just playing a playlist in the background just so that I make a little bit more noise as I'm hiking here. I have plenty of battery storage. I have enough battery in my storage pack to recharge my phone many times over, so I'm not too concerned about it. But we are now back on track. There we go. This is where we're supposed to be. Cloud there is looking a little dark. I might have to turn around soon. Looks like we have a little bit of a storm cloud that we're literally about to walk into. That'd be one way to get struck by lightning, like walking through the cloud. Alright, so I've been on the trail for about an hour and 47 minutes, and I'm almost halfway up, which is a quarter of the trail. With all the wrong turns I've made, it's cost me a little bit of time, which I'm not on really I don't have much of a time constraint today, but just trying to gauge like my resources. So as of right now, it looks like I have plenty of water and stuff. So I should be fine. I am heading into a cloud though. I'm just not sure how I feel about that. It's gonna be decently hard to see where I'm going. Hopefully I'll be able to maintain service. If I lose service, I have to turn around. I'm not gonna get lost in a cloud. Not today. I mean, it'd be a cool story, but not today. Alright, so we're almost to the halfway point, but it does get steeper from here, so I need to try to pick up the pace. This stormy little cloud over the mountain here is kind of coming back in. We had some sun there for a while, but it's coming back over the mountain now. I'll probably turn around soon. I don't want to be hiking down this mountain in the rain. It's too steep and there's a lot of rocks, and that would be really challenging, especially when I'm tired. Yeah. This has been a beautiful hike, but I don't think I'm going to make it to the summit today. Oh, it's definitely getting closer. All right, let's see if we can outrun this cloud down the mountain. So I decided to take a break, and oh, the sun's coming out, seriously. And we still have that dark cloud over there. So sometimes I get really caught up when I've turned around and I'm heading back on a trail. I get very caught up mentally on getting back, and I forget to enjoy that this is still part of the hike. And I found myself doing that, like, well, how much longer till I get back? I'm looking at the distance. I'm like, what am I doing? The whole goal was to hike and be outside today. It's not about the destination, you know, it's about the journey, every step of it. So I'm taking another break just to kind of mentally slow down. So I started looking around and noticing all the places that I've been. And it's kind of cool. So there's Pokerditch. Oh, lost my focus. There's the castle. We're just there. And then that ravine, you probably can't tell which one I'm pointing to, that goes right through there. That's where we hiked to that church and the waterfalls. over here, behind this mountain, is where we went to get to Lake Prespa, which is on the other side of this mountain. And then if you look off in the distance there, see that little nub? I believe that's Guri Camyas. It's gotta be, yep. So that was that hike where our cab driver ended up pulling over and taking us up. That's a really amazing hike. And Tushamesht, you can't see it, it's on the other side of this hill here. That's the hill we were going up that we turned around because of the dogs before we had our spray. And Patrick and April are somewhere over here. Seeing a lot more trail markers on the way back. I'm slightly off of the course that All Trails had marked. So the trail on All Trails is slightly different than the actual marked trail. Either one is really fine. Now that I've spent time on both of them, they're pretty close to each other. You're just heading up this mountain here. It's pretty wide open, but at least I'm seeing that there are trail markers. So it's pretty sunny here, but you can see that dark cloud is still kind of hanging out right where we were trying to summit. I don't know if it's going to rain or not, but either way, this has been a nice hike. I think we're going to outrun the rain if it does come. I can't tell if that cloud is coming or going. It's so beautiful out here now. It is probably in the low, maybe mid 60s with a light breeze. It is so relaxing out here. I kind of want to just like lay here and take a nap. I'm not going to, but I might. Yeah, so the storm cloud kind of rolled away and never really came in. It's kind of unpredictable. It's kind of been like forming and then blowing away and then forming. So we probably could have made it up there just fine and then back down, but whatevs. I'll do it again another weekend. I think this is my favorite hike of the area. It's just very chill and very relaxing. And the reason it's relaxing for me is because of how wide open it is. I get a little nervous on the trails when they're closing. I think that's kind of cool and scenic, but I've started to become kind of worried about like sneaking up on dogs because we have aggressive dogs. So I find it a lot more relaxing to hike in these areas that are very open like this. And the whole time you can see the views of the lake and all the surrounding areas. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. I've really enjoyed this hike. I wish it was closer. I spent like $40 to get to the trailhead, but this is one I wouldn't mind doing more frequently. If I can find a more affordable way to get here, then I will. Because this has been really enjoyable. Especially on a day like today when the temperatures are so mild.